Welcome to the party, pal. Your friendly neighborhood Master Chaos back with your daily dose of movie love. Today, it's a Saturday, and that has become Review Roundup Day. I've got 7 pieces of physical media to discuss with you today, ranging in genres, everything from black and white Japanese dramas to cheesy 90s action movies to pretty creepy horror films. So I hope you'll join me for today's discussion as I go about running my errands around town here, and bring you along with me. I'm right outside of Walmart. I've got to do a couple bits of shopping in there, but before we pop into there, I want to discuss one of the films to get the party started. Technically, we're going to do 2 movies. One of them is an honorable mention. It's an honorable mention because most likely you have it or you've heard of it, so it's not necessarily bringing anything new to the table. Just a reminder that this movie exists. Silent Hill. This is, of course, the Scream Factory release. This is a fantastic movie directed by Christopher Gans, who did Brotherhood of the Wolf. If you guys remember that movie, French film, really good movie. This is a fantastic, probably one of the best video game adaptations ever made. Granted, I've never played Silent Hill, so I don't know how close it is to the storyline and all that jazz, but it is phenomenal. Practical effects, creepy cinematography, amazing set design, and a really compelling story to boot. If you haven't seen Silent Hill in a while, I highly recommend it. The Scream Factory release. I don't know if you can still get it with the slip, but you know, whatever. The Scream Factory slips or whatever for the most part. This has 2 discs. The first disc just comes with an audio commentary and the film. The second disc is all features, and it's got a ton of interviews. Basically, it's all interviews with the director, a 6-part look at the making of the film, interview with the actress who plays Sharon, you know, the little girl. Fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it in a while, I highly recommend you look into it one more time. It's aged very well. It's a fantastic movie. Okay, our first real big piece of physical media that I want to discuss is the film Ruby. This is put out by VCI. Now, Ruby, by the way, that's not Ruby on the cover. It took me by surprise, too. I thought that, for the longest time, I thought that was Ruby. I hadn't seen the movie until I picked this up at the VCI sale during Black Friday, and it's a very interesting movie. I had no idea what to expect. But you know what this movie is? It's The Godfather meets The Exorcist. Well, in broad strokes it is. It's not exactly The Godfather meets The Exorcist, but it's about gangsters, or I should say kind of 1920s, 1930s era type gangsters, their gun mauls, and the vengeful ghost of a slain gangster who is looking for revenge. The film has a pretty slow start, but it does ramp up towards the end like most movies do, but it's got some really great effects, some really good gore gags, and a lot of kills, even though most of the kills kind of happen off camera. The concept, I think, is strong enough. A vengeful gangster looking for a way to pay back his fellow gangsters who iced him because he was dating the wrong girl. Interesting film. Great performance here by Piper Laurie, who plays the mother of Ruby. And Ruby is the young mute girl, who is the offspring of said slain gangster, who is essentially becomes the embodiment of his vengeance. Really great stuff. I really enjoyed the film overall. But I love the location. It's set in a drive-in that's secluded in the swamps. So it's got a very unique location for a possession movie, and it's got a really unique location for a gangster movie. So a swampy drive-in. There you go. That is Ruby, starring Piper Laurie on VCI. While I'm here, I might as well check for Gluten Free Oreos. You never know what you're gonna... Oh, wait a minute. Oh my god, are you serious? I found them. Yeah, $3.67. They're only slightly more expensive than the other ones. Oh, dude, that's worth it. I was looking for a Godzilla vs. Kong toys, but I came across something else. Check these out. These are new. It's from a brand called Leonard, Predator, and Xenomorph toys. Look at this. With a Rottweiler. There's another version of that. Isn't that cool? a blue warrior xenomorph, and then a city hunter. And then on top of that, for 20 bucks, you get a red queen, the deluxe alien queen to be exact. That looks cool. Last thing I need is down here. I need to grab some bubble mailers to send out a couple copies of my Goosebumps book. If you're interested, link in the description for that. While I'm here, I might as well grab a couple of the O size to send out a couple Blu-rays and DVDs for my subscribers who've won. Do have to head to the post office today, so that's going to be my next stop. Well, I'm done with Walmart. I'm about to head into the post office to mail out some subscriber prizes. And don't worry, I will be reviewing the Gluten Free Oreos. Stay tuned for that. Before I do that, though, I thought I'd discuss another title, and that is the Nouveau classic, L.A. Wars. Here, this is a VSA from Vinegar Syndrome. It's out of print at the moment, but you never know what's going to happen. Last week, we talked about Action USA, and 4 days later, MVD announced that Action USA is getting a Blu-ray release with them. So now you can get Action USA much, much easier than just finding it on YouTube, and in better quality with a new feature, a new extra feature. So there you go. You never know what'll happen. You never know what the life of LA Wars will be like, if it will be brought back in some way, shape, or form. I mean, I guess if you ask anybody who collects VSAs, they will say LA Wars or Action USA are the best. The best of the 11? I think there's 11 now. So it does not strain credibility that LA Wars will get some kind of release down the line. It's essentially a direct-to-video, cheesy 90s action movie about a tough karate dude falls in love with the daughter of a mafia boss and has to protect her and himself while he's caught in the middle of a LA war. Now, the film is, I would say, not perfect. Obviously, it's got flaws, but it's well made for the most part, and it's quite entertaining. The dialogue is as ridiculous as you would hope it would be. There's a couple of interviews with the director and a cinematographer, and there's 2 audio interviews with one of the mob bosses, I think the Mexican gang boss, and then the actor Vince Murdaco. What a name. That's him, karate dude, Vince Murdaco. It's an audio interview. What does that mean? Well, maybe this was done during the pandemic. I'm not sure. But essentially, Brad Henderson over there at Vinegar Syndrome, who does the special features, calls up Vince, and they talk on the phone, and it's played over clips of the movie. So essentially, it's just a long phone call with Vince Murdaco talking about LA Wars and the making of LA Wars and his career and things like that. That's probably the most interesting feature. Overall, it's a fun movie. It's a fun watch. I highly recommend if you get a chance to watch LA Wars, which, by the way, you can. It's on Amazon Prime. You can watch it for free there. Okay, enough chatting about LA Wars. I can't wait. Let's try Gluten Free Oreos because, god damn it, why not? Now, I've been told these taste exactly like the regular Oreos. Well, only one way to find out. It's been a while since I've had a regular Oreo. Okay, over the lips, through the gums, look out stomach. Here it comes. Mmm. 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 I had to check because I have to make sure it says gluten free because these taste, oh my god, these taste exactly like regular Oreos. Absolutely like regular Oreos. Mmm. That's cool. Well, I'm done in the post office. My subscribers are getting their goodies. It's on the way. And we're on the way to the next spot. Zooming off to our next location. And before we get there, let's talk Criterion. It's been a while since I've mentioned a Criterion title. Actually, I don't know that I have. During the review roundups, this might be the first. But it's going to be a very special one. I'm talking Naked Island here. This is a Kaneto Shindo film. And before you get your hopes up, this is not a bikini movie. And it's not a bikini party movie whatsoever. As a matter of fact, there's no nudity. So the name Naked Island is sort of a metaphor. It's a very interesting movie overall. It's not for everybody. I'll say that right at the top. It's about a family of farmers. They live on this island by themselves. A naked island that they have to cultivate on their own. And it's not an actual documentary, but it's shot in a very documentary type style, just showing the daily life, the daily hard life, and the struggles of this family on this small island as they try to cultivate plants and make a living. It's so difficult that they don't even have fresh water. They have to row their little boat across to another part of Japan to get fresh water. They bring it over in 4 buckets just so that they can water their crops, and then they have to go back, get more water, and water their crops again. So it's very much a tedious life. It's a hard life, and the movie could be considered tedious, but it's also very beautiful, pastoral film. It's black and white, so it's very stark here in Blu-ray. I highly recommend this movie for the seasoned viewer. This is for somebody who's willing to let a movie play out on its own terms. It's a very slow-moving movie. I mean, it's only 96 minutes, but it's a very slow-moving movie. No dialogue, almost no dialogue. There's a little bit, but the main characters barely talk. It's a very powerful movie, image-wise, but it's not something that you can just jump into unprepared. Be prepared for a kind of slow, melodic, layered film about farmers going about their daily life. It's a very beautiful movie. It's a very moving picture. I don't want to give anything away, but there's some really powerful emotional moments that had me in tears. I highly recommend it. It's not for everybody, like I said, but it is a unique experience. And if you love unique Criterion films, especially Japanese films, and this is absolutely one that you need to track down. Well, the car charges. I want to make them get a lemonade. That sounds refreshing. Best place for lemonade. Well, it's a place called Lemonade. They do have other things there as well beyond lemonade. Feel free to pause and read at your leisure. If you're ever in the Westlake Village area, check them out. They've got a ton of stuff to enjoy. I wanted a lemonade, and I decided, finally, to get the lavender elderflower, which is 150 calories. One of the fatter lemonades that they offer. They also have sort of skinnier options there. Look at this crazy shit. Pink lemonade. Fancy. Damn. That's kind of flowery. A little too flowery for me. It's the elderflower. It definitely gives it that herbal taste. Not bad. I probably wouldn't get this one again though. It tastes a little too flowery. Not like a lemonade. But it's okay. It's okay enough. You know what's better than this little pink lemonade drink, which I hope doesn't fall off my car? I'm gonna put it right there. Hope it doesn't fall. This Spasms, released by Code Red. Got this beautiful little slipcase with it. Slipcase is interesting. You got this gorgeous poster art here, and then on the back, just a whole bunch of stills from this crazy movie. Look at that. Pretty gross. I'll throw up some pictures here and there as I talk. Spasms, starring Peter Fonda and Oliver Reed, believe it or not. What a cast. This is a film about a giant devil snake from Nigeria, Africa, some kind of country like that. Maybe it's an island. It might be an island. Anyway, it's a devil snake that's literally from hell. And if it bites you, this happens. You melt and you, not necessarily melt, I guess you bloat and you puff up and you swell and you start, bleeding from crevices and things. It's a pretty gross movie. The only downfall to this movie is that you barely see the snake. You barely see the snake. You see the snake less than you do Jaws in Jaws. Towards the end you see Jaws a lot. Here you get only one really good look at the snake at the end of the movie. It's basically one shot. And honestly, I can understand why they probably didn't show it off too much, because it kind of looks like something out of a haunted house. You know, one of those haunted house animatronics. But that's fine. The movie moves along pretty quickly. It's about Oliver Reed, who was bitten by the snake and somehow survived, and now he has a psychic link with the snake. Peter Fonda is studying ESP, and he's trying to find out why there's a link between Oliver Reed and this crazy snake. And then the snake is captured on the island and brought to the city. It goes, it goes loose and it goes on a rampage, and you essentially get, monster running around killing people, and Peter Fonda and Oliver Reed trying to stop it. Really fun movie overall. 90 minutes. The ending is very quick. That's the one thing I would say is kind of a bummer. Once we get to the final battle with the snake, it's very quick. It's over in like 5 minutes. Like, the way they dispatch it is, it's believable, because if it's a real snake, yeah, you would just do that and kill it. But I feel like it's a supernatural entity, and it shouldn't be destroyed so easily. Spoilers, it does get destroyed, but what did you expect? Really good effects, though, overall. Directed by the guy, I'm going to get his name. I know his name, but William Fruitt. He directed one of my favorites, Blue Monkey. So if you like Blue Monkey, that style of filmmaking, you're going to like Spasms. If you haven't seen Blue Monkey and you like Spasms, see that one. I reviewed that Roundup a couple weeks ago. Spasms, very fun. I like the slip here from Code Red. I got this at Ronin Flicks. I don't know if it's still available, but if you're interested in giant snake movies and goopy effects movies, Spasms is the one for you. Okay, I'm going to enjoy the rest of this pink flowery lemonade, charge the car, and then continue the roundup. I'm speeding off to my final location for the day. I need to find something for Mistress Chaos for Valentine's Day. I can't get her the chocolates, and the usual stuff because of dietary restrictions. So I need to find her something perfect. I'm thinking of heading to Spencer's Gifts. I'm looking at the adult section. Maybe I could get something that we can both enjoy. Who knows? I hope you'll stick around and join me for that. That will be quite a treat. But while I let the car do the driving, why don't we discuss my next film, Spiritual Kung Fu here, Jackie Chan. Released by 88 Films. Number one, if you're not on the 88 Films bandwagon, get there quick. They are Region B. Keep that in mind. You need a Region Free player to play these. But all of these releases from 88 Films are stunning, gorgeous, amazing. This looks like a brand new movie. It looks like he just shot this today. Oh my God, their transfers are beyond compare. Better than anything I've ever seen from any label. 88 Films is blowing me away with these transfers. These movies are pristine. Nothing. No marks on it. No, no scratches. No specks. No flecks. No nothing. It is pristine. They did an amazing job with the restorations on these Jackie movies. And this is definitely not an outlier. This is absolutely a marvelously restored movie. I'd never seen it before, to be honest. This is my first time watching this. This is Spiritual Kung Fu. In it, Jackie learns Kung Fu from a bunch of weird-looking ghosts. By the way, I'll show you a picture of the ghosts. Very bizarre-looking ghosts. Not the kind of ghost you would imagine when thinking of, Chinese ghosts. But it's weird because the Chinese don't like ghosts, as from what I hear. So this is a very strange movie. But they have a lot of Chinese ghost stories. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, Spiritual Ghostbuster is what this was originally released as, which is a great title for it. Of course, hoping to work off the success of Ghostbusters. In the film, Jackie is sort of a do-nothing Shaolin student, and he discovers these ghosts that are trapped in this book of a hidden martial art, and they decide to teach him the martial art so that he can use it to defend the honor of the Shaolin Temple against this evil dude who's stolen another hidden move that's a deadly move, and the only way to defeat him is to learn the ghost move. Essentially, that's essentially the plot. Super fun movie. I will say, for about the first hour, there really is no fighting. There really is no Jackie Chan type stuff for the first hour. But this is like 90 something minutes, right? 96 minutes, 99 minutes, about an hour and 40 minutes. After the hour, almost every scene is fighting. Great stuff. There is a showstopper sequence where Jackie has a bow staff fight with like 20 guys. And it goes on for a good 10 minutes. And it is a jaw-dropper, mic-dropper sequence. Get the movie alone for that bow staff fight. Holy crap. Amazing stuff. I mean, honestly, this might be a hot take, but I think Jackie outdoes Bruce Lee. And not just because, obviously, Jackie has more movies, but just in terms of screen charisma and performance and the stuff he goes through and his acrobatics and his skill level is honestly, in my opinion, higher than Bruce Lee's. Jackie outdoes himself in this one. Highly recommend Spiritual Kung Fu from 88 Films. Mwah! Our adventure ends here in the local mall as I search for the perfect Valentine's present for Mistress Chaos. It has to be just right. It is our COVID Valentine's, so maybe something intimate. I decide to jump on over to Spencer's to see what they have. Maybe a t-shirt, but I don't think... I don't think she'd like any of these designs. They have candies, and it took me a moment to realize that these were not the normal type of candies. Pussy Patch Sours, Gummy Sutras, Weenie Chews, Booby Beer Can Topper, Pussy Liquor, oh my gosh, Booby Pops, and of course the cock candies. Ball and chain and mouth gags and ropes and this is not something we're into at all. Don't need one of those, and I'm certainly not gonna wear that. I think I'm gonna leave Spencer's behind, and maybe I'll just get her some nice flowers. Women love flowers. Well, gang, that about does it. We've got one more review for today's review roundup, and that is the AGFA Plus Bleeding Skull release of Ninja Zombie. That's right, Ninja Zombie. This is a DVD. I normally don't buy DVDs, but I don't think this is going to be on Blu-ray anytime soon. I remember I reviewed Blood Lake, similar in style. However, this is a way better movie. Ninja Zombie. What is it? Well, a karate guy gets killed, and his friend, who's in debt to the mob or some kind of like mystical karate guy, decides to raise his friend from the dead and use him as a bodyguard, a zombie bodyguard, to protect him from the bad guy who's got some kind of spider zombie demon thing. Really interesting movie, low budget. I believe it was shot on beta. Looks like it was shot on beta. No, I'm sorry. It's a Super 8 film. Shot and edited on Super 8. It has a commentary track with the director, behind-the-scenes footage, and then a short film from the director, as well as an interview with the star. This is a really fun movie. Really fun, really cheeseball movie. If you like the title, Ninja Zombie, you're going to get that. Ninja Zombie. Some really fun karate in here, some really good kung fu action for the most part. A really cheeseball plot, kind of a mystical pot that can break a zombie curse, things like that. It's a lot of crazy stuff happening in here. Super low budget, super backyard movie here. But I would say this is probably the most fun I had this week. Of the movies I watched, Ninja Zombie was the most fun. 5 stars for me. I love this movie. Go get it. Go find it. If it's out of print, maybe check on Amazon or something. But Ninja Zombie, such a blast. You will not regret it. Just when you go in there, just make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. This is a low budget, 8mm, backyard zombie karate movie. If you're good with that, you're going to have a blast with Ninja Zombie. And my friend, that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me here on Master Chaos TV Review Roundup. Every Saturday, Review Roundup. Let me know, by the way, in the comments if you want these to go longer. I usually cut these down pretty tight, but my rough footage is almost 45 minutes. I'm not going to release a 45-minute video, but there's stuff I leave out because I don't want to bore you. I want this to be 100% entertainment. So if it is at all boring for you, let me know. I'll cut it down even more. If you'd like it to be longer, please let me know in the comments. I'm just curious. I just want to take the temperature of the room, as it were. Okay, my friend. Your friendly neighborhood Master of Chaos signing out. I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do me the favor. Do that and give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be here. I hope you will be as well. And I guess we'll leave it there. Take care of yourself. I love you very much. Please remember that. And also remember that I remain to be continued.